There are still a lot of questions around how a plane linked to Russian warlord Prigozhin ended up in a field in a ball of flames. But let's look at what we know. The small private jet took off from Moscow at 14:54 local time and flew towards St Petersburg. The aircraft last transmitted routine location data at 15:11, cruising at 500 miles an hour before it crashed 88 miles away in a field. But after its last known location, the plane continued to transmit altitude data for another 13 minutes. And we can see here how, at 15:19, it went into freefall, dropping 8,000 feet in 24 seconds before losing contact. And in footage from people on the ground, the plane is falling, evidently out of control and not in any form of aerodynamic flight. This points towards some form of catastrophic failure, likely a bomb or some form of missile attack. Albeit not a surface-to-air missile, according to the Pentagon.
We don't have any information to indicate right now. The press reporting stating that there was some type of surface-to-air missile that took down the plane, that we assess that information to be inaccurate.
The alternative option is that a bomb destroyed the aircraft. Rumours suggest that a case of wine was loaded onto the aircraft at short notice at this airport in Moscow. So what clues does the crash site hold? Most of the aircraft landed together in a ball of flames, but a large section of the tailplane landed a mile and a half away. Normally, an explosion from within the plane would cause debris to be scattered over a large area. We may never know for sure what caused this plane to come down, but what of the mystery of whether Prigozhin was definitely on the fateful flight? One thing to watch is the movements of a second Wagner-linked plane, which took off on the same route ahead of the crashed jet. After landing at St Petersburg 1 minute before the plane crashed, it flew back to Moscow 20 minutes later. And intriguingly, it has since flown south to Baku in Azerbaijan. Who was on that flight? We don't know either. Whatever the cause of the crash, which we may never know, this was no accident. Russian investigators have been dispatched to review the circumstances of the crash, but whether they are really looking for the truth is yet another open question.